if you have been around Onion Rinpoche, you have certainly been thinking about what it means to have certainty in the basic ideas of Dharma for a very long time. That's what I think. So what if we don't have certainty in the nature of samsara? This is troubling, because then this thought, this is just the nature of samsara, it's sort of light. It doesn't have any weight to it. Do I really believe that this is the nature of samsara emotionally? Maybe intellectually I'm saying it, but in my heart, am I really thinking, why should I be upset about this? Because it's bound to happen anyway. Unwanted things are happening all the time. So this is something that I think can cause people to get disengaged with practice. And why would we get disengaged? Well, it seems to me that if you're given a method and then you don't have all of the proper conviction and training in the method and you try to apply it, it doesn't work that well. And so for many of us, many people I think who leave the Dharma, or who are sort of on again, off again practitioners, and they, sometimes it seems really effective and sometimes it doesn't. I think that it's really because of this lack of certainty. And I think Lojong is a practice that requires a lot of certainty. If you're going to treat yourself as the enemy, the selfish part of yourself as the enemy, rather than outer appearances as an enemy, you're going to have a lot of conviction. Because if you don't have a lot of conviction and a lot of certainty, I think that most of us will just revert back to our old habit. Because it's painful to see yourself as the enemy. It's painful to think this is being caused by me. It's painful to think my way of perceiving is the problem. It's easier and sometimes feels better to think, why is that person behaving that way? Why are they causing me so much suffering? So from my point of view, something that I think we're lacking in Lojong practice, and even if we're not lacking it, we can always be benefited by more certainty or deeper certainty. And in fact, the introductory teachings of the Dharma, the 4 thoughts which turn the mind, of which the nature of samsara is one of them, I think that is kind of the point. If you're going to apply the Dharma all the time, you need to have turned your mind towards it. Meaning, you don't have any doubts. You're sure, that the meaning of these statements is true, and so you're willing to put these techniques, which are completely different than the way that you've ever thought before or ever approached life, you're willing to put them into practice, and they're very painful. But you're willing to do it because your mind is turned towards the Dharma and you've realized, that's really the best way to do things. And you have certainty. This is the best way to do things. I don't have the result of peace. I don't feel happy right now, but I'm certain that I will, sooner or later. Because, we don't feel happy right away, and we don't feel happy all the time, no matter what. Because we live in samsara.